think it's cool. Don't let them tell you what you think is right. Don't let them tell you what you think you should do. How to sleep at night. Yeah. Do you recognize when the world won't stop for you? Or when your days don't care what you got to do? Or when your ways too tough to lift up, what do? They don't choose for you. Don't let them choose. Recognize when the world won't stop for you. Or when your days don't care what you got to do. Or when your ways too tough to lift up, what do? Don't let them choose for you. That's on you. Yeah, another day, another dime, another state, another mind. 48 moves to choose, but no matter the coast, we all toast the same PBO.
And we're live.
We're live?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, hi.
I mean, is the audio good?
Hopefully.
And we're live.
Okay.
Yeah, the audio's good.
We're gonna have to. I like how we're gonna do this every single time. We're gonna make sure that all the individual pieces of our jerry rig. Is that the jury rig?
Jerry rig.
Jerry rig. Jerry rig. Have you not heard of that term? Setup. Jerry rig. Like
Isn't it
that guy from
MacGyver?
Yeah, I was gonna say Darwin, but he's an evolutionary biologist. Yeah, MacGyver. Yeah.
MacGyver.
I don't know why I thought Darwin. That was really strange. Yeah, MacGyver. Yeah, he like sticks some like toothpicks and string together to get dynamite or something. Oh, I'm not sure. Okay.
Really?
No, that's an over exaggeration.
I know, but like, there's some. Didn't like MythBusters busted a lot of MacGyver?
I only knew that there was explosions and he was good at jerry rigging stuff. Jerry rig. Oh.
Okay. So, first episode of the podcast.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because the last one was episode
The last one doesn't
0.
count.
Well, it's called
Eventually
Podcast Configuration.
Eventually we're gonna go back in time. We're gonna break the sequences and count all of our podcasts in base 12.
Yeah.
Or
base 2, 0, 1.
yeah, that'd be sick. I'd be down to doing base 2.
Base 2 in binary?
Yeah, why not? That'd be a cool way.
So it'll be next one
We're
will be
completely irrelated to technological.
next one will be 1, 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying like our podcasts are so irrelated. Like, do we want to It's great that you can alienate your audience so they don't know what order to listen to your podcast to because they'll think, oh, this is episode number 10. In reality, it's just episode number 2.
Episode number 2. Yeah.
Do you have a particular favorite way of denominating a podcast?
Or
episodes?
You refer to episode 110010001.
I'm pretty sure that's not how binary works.
Yeah, that's how binary works.
Binary works by you specifically calling things based on their bits.
Yeah, no, you're calling it based on and off. Which is zeros and 1.
I thought you just referred to 10 as 2.
One
10
0
represents 2.
2, yes.
So why don't I just refer to it as episode 2?
That works also.
Why have to I refer to it as 10? That's just one way of
one way of expressing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what we're expressing is the idea of episode 2.
In binary.
In binary.
Yeah.
Right? That's like saying deux in French for 2, right? I'm still going to refer to it as episode 2, depending on the language.
Like,
I guess you could refer to it as 10. Okay, yeah. I just talked myself into it.
you talked yourself into it. It's basically a language.
Anyway, do you have a particular way of denominating things that you're a fan of?
The Egyptian, I think the Egyptian is base 8.
Sure.
I have no idea.
Also, to answer your question, I don't know how anything like that, no?
Why not? Have you ever thought of it? It's like naming your kids after denomination.
Is this is coming back to you want to name your kid
Oh, that'd
13,
be cool. Yeah, I was thinking about naming my kid 13.
which is
Using
X,
normal
Roman
Roman
numerals.
numerals.
which is X I I I,
Yeah.
and you name it Z.
Yeah, and she's like Chinese. So that works. Because like then you can pronounce it like a Chinese name. But
Imagine.
the only person inside on the joke would be me. I wouldn't
Or
even
your
tell-
wife.
No,
You know
I wouldn't
what
even tell my wife. I would just convince her somehow. It's like how they made the movie Starship Troopers. Like the directors, like fooled everyone into thinking they were making like a fictional sci-fi film when in reality they were like making fascism propaganda.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
But-
think like that.
Could you imagine what roll call is gonna be like for your
Oh my
child?
God.
She'd be like close to the end because her like name is like
X, yeah.
X.
But the teachers will have
Do
a
you know
hard.
people actually discriminate
Well,
based
not-
off of order?
Wouldn't also
Really?
no, but it's based off last name.
But regardless,
Yeah.
you know people discriminate actually based on the order you come in the list. People who
What
are
list?
further down,
Oh,
like even names.
okay.
People who are further down the list
Really?
generally get like the lower judgment
Really?
from people. Like people have a bias.
It's like
It's kind of dumb.
it's like picking last, being picked last in a game.
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't mean you're bad.
It's
It's
just
But he likes you.
it's just unfortunate you just got picked last.
so you guys have topics you guys want to talk about? Or what's up?
So what you got? What kind of topics you have on there right now?
Why does it matter?
Because you said you have a lot
I have plenty of
topics.
things to talk about, but at the
Exactly.
same time, I don't necessarily know if people want to hear me rant all the time.
Um,
And I thought this was gonna be an exercise in you guys, you know.
Bringing out our own topics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Just can't think
I mean, like,
off my head.
Cool.
I-
Here's the time to practice.
Okay, so-
Under
so
pressure.
here's one. Today I was sitting on a train.
Okay. Why'd you have to say okay, like on top of the train? Just say like I was on the train.
I was on the train. Okay,
Okay.
so
Sitting on-
anyways, I
Standing.
was
Doesn't
sitting
matter?
in a train.
Okay.
In commute heading back home,
Yeah.
and I just overheard a couple talking about just having a normal conversation, and usually our conversations are very very like topical or either very or in depth.
Yeah. Substance.
Yeah, there's
That's what
substance.
you're trying to say.
Yeah,
There's
there's
substance.
substance.
As in,
But-
like you can take away something from it.
Yeah, but they're just talking about friends, people. Oh, you have this relation. Do you know this guy? Oh, no, I know that guy. Do you know this guy? Oh, yeah, I know that guy. Oh, well, he's getting married this month and stuff like that. And then it's really mundane.
Maybe
Talk.
maybe what they were talking about had a lot of substance. Maybe the guy who was getting married, like, you know, couldn't get married in a state that disallowed gay marriage, and he was gay, so it's a big deal. I don't know. There might be some hidden context.
I don't know. But my question is like, have you
What's the question? Hit with the question.
Have you ever had those? How would I say it? You know,
What? What's up?
how you ever had those conversations?
Yeah, I have it all the. I
Like-
have it all the time.
No, not like substantial. It's just lack of substance.
Yeah, like it's called small talk.
Yeah, but even then, usually you can transition from small talk into something really substantial.
Yeah, I make it a point to never have actual small talk.
Yeah, you never have. But like, this small talk felt awkward.
Awkward.
Yeah,
Because it's not on his level.
and like the like.
You're gonna have to elaborate on awkward. I don't know what. you
There's
mean by-
pregnant pause.
Okay.
They're just talking. They have bad. It feels like the conversation have bad flow.
I mean, right now our conversation has pretty bad flow.
Yeah, true.
And flow is something like you can't really quantify when it comes to conversations, because who knows? Maybe people like pregnant pauses or like
True.
awkward. I say awkward, but like that like slowly but surely cringe comedy is also coming into fruition. People are starting to learn the beats of a conversation when it's like cringy.
True.
Right?
Yeah. But yeah, like there are moments where they both forcefully laughed. So
I do that all the time. I forcefully laugh at situations.
and this is also directed to John. Like, have you ever had those kind of conversations?
Well, yeah, I definitely think he has. I'm speaking for him clearly, but I shouldn't be.
You shouldn't
Go
be.
ahead, speak for yourself.
I do it all the time with my brother, especially.
Really? You're like, how's the wife? When you really don't care about
Yeah.
it.
I mean, she sounds a good girl.
I know she's a good girl, but you don't have anything personally invested in it.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't ask about someone's dog because you're not personally like it. If you're asking about someone's dog, it's just out of courtesy. You don't really have
On his own.
personal interest.
Yeah. That stuff with my roommates mostly.
Really? What are you talking about then?
Video games and current events.
But even then, that has substance.
Even then that has substance.
What?
Like small talk could be like, oh, how's the weather? Did you enjoy the drive? Did you meet this
CFT.
person?
Oh, I mean, you say that small talk. Oh, hey, who are all these people? Yeah, CFT. It's good to see you, bruh. Long time no talk. This is the first stream I've seen of you in a while. Yeah, we're just bonding via conversation. That's what we're doing. He's my brother. I'm pointing. The guy all the way on the bottom right, left, right. Bottom half of the screen is my brother.
Yeah.
And the person sitting to my left, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
to my left.
Yeah.
But like stage right on screen
It says
You have to specify it.
is friendo brother. You can interpret that however you like.
Hi, brother.
Okay. You said hi.
Yeah.
Say hi then.
Hello.
This is a conversation between you. Treat him like as if he's here. That's one thing I don't like about chat rooms.
How's up?
Chat rooms, there you go.
Hello, other person.
That's John, and that's EJ.
Yeah. Anyways, what do you don't like about chat rooms?
Chat rooms,
What kind of chat rooms though?
it'd
Twitch
be
chat
interesting to hear.
or
No, in general.
in general?
It'd be-
Okay.
I guess specifically Twitch chat.
Well,
It'd
'cause
be
that's your most
interesting to
exposed
hear your take on this too, CFT. But what's people's approach to chat rooms? Do they think it's a public venue? Do you think
Public
it's like,
venue.
yeah? Because I treat it like a public venue or like a space in what everyone who partakes in it
Well,
has to engage in.
it's also the atmosphere of the chat room because there's some streamers wants to focus their chat room as like an actual gathering of people want to talk meaningful conversation.
Yeah, but you say meaningful conversation, but it's directly to the streamer.
No, it's also directly amongst other people who's in the chat.
See, that's weird.
Yeah, that is
No,
weird.
that's not weird. I'm saying like generally speaking, whenever I see interactions in chat, it's between the streamer
and the
the
person who's trying to chat.
or maybe that's just me being biased because some streamers
'Cause-
are just smart and don't pick up on conversations they're not part of.
True. Okay. I lurk around a lot in Kokarner streams, and there's a lot of like small conversations amongst other people. And I mean, yeah, the chat goes by pretty darn fast, but it's amazing.
weird.
It's amazing that these people are actually having like a decent conversation amongst each other, whether it's like mods or even just people in the chat room.
So streamers are smart. Yeah, this would be the wrong channel then. Yeah, I'm far from that. Because I always stick my fingers in everybody's conversations, no matter what.
Yeah,
they are. I just happen to overhear them. No, but at the same time, it's like, to me, if you're putting it in a public space, why have the conversation there? Why not have the conversation in private space?
DM.
I don't know. Then it'll be the equivalent of like having a conversation on a train.
No, it's not.
Why is that?
Because your conversation isn't weighed equally with the same value as everybody else's conversation. Because if I sit in the back of the train and
Yeah.
you're sitting in the front of the train, how likely you're going to overhear my conversation with the person in the back of the
Oh,
train?
okay, yeah, true. But like, say it's a small room.
Sorry,
Yeah. Say if it's
I get sidetracked.
yeah, you get sidetracked easily.
That's another reason why it's difficult to have
Chat.
chat enabled and also partake in the conversation, because like there's a lot of
You get
Always ask for breaks.
I haven't developed, not breaks, but I haven't developed a specific beat pattern compared for inserting jabs of the chat into whatever thing your pre-existing conversation. You know what I mean?
true. Yeah.
That's
But
not something you really
yeah.
have
But like, back to what I was saying though. Say if it's a small room and there's just a lot of people talking, like a conference room or something along the lines of that.
Yeah, like I said, your conversation isn't equally weighed as everybody else, because whatever you post in the chat has the same opportunity for everyone to look at.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
No one's distracted. People can be distracted, but you get the same opportunity to get looked at. This podcast is already quite entertaining in some way. Augur talks about the way the streamer sees it and has his bro talking about the viewer's perspective.
Well,
That's exactly the whole point of this thing. Is so that eventually I can learn to shut up and listen to it. Because oftentimes I just have all these thoughts in my head and I want to voice them out.
That's a good thing, though.
but like, yeah, most of the time it's yeah, I figured it out.
See,
First.
that's what I mean. How do you? Because that sort of interjection doesn't play well inside a regular conversation, right? You
No.
feel the need to want to say
Yes.
what he said.
Yes, but like, you have to come to a point where, say you have like 1,000 people in a chat room. The only time when you actually look at a chat room is when you actually question chat room, when you have to question to the audience.
You don't react to a statement like what I just said. But I can't help feel like the chat room.
Cause now I mean, like, you are treating chat room as a identity.
No, because there's a real time element to it.
Yes. But you also have to treat chat room like it's an auditorium, an audience. When you come to a
Oh, you're
point,
right.
when you come
No,
to a
that's a
point
good
when
way
there's
to
a
put it.
large
No,
amount of audience,
That's a good point.
you have no control over
I've
it.
come to a realization. This is my realization phase.
No. You come to a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would struggle with more than a chat room with 10 people, but like that's because I'm trying to give them the same amount of value. When in reality, I should. This is no offense to anyone watching right now, but I should be giving them diminished value just by virtue of the volume of people.
Volume of people.
It's like in an auditorium.
Yes.
You're not gonna listen and like
That's
ears drop on
that's
every little
why,
small whisper.
That's why I'm trying to make the.
Hey, that fat fuck looks real dumb, right? You're not gonna like read that off and be like, oh fuck, that was real rude of you, you dumb bitch. Right?
That's why I tried to make the connection of a conference, because you're not gonna focus on other people's conversation because there's so much other people.
You sound very defeated, Flint.
I do because like
I made up a really good point.
No, I don't want to change my view on how.
And your view and your unique view of chat room is like one of a kind. Not a lot of.
I have this problem with regular server discords.
Yes.
I don't like server discords for this exact same reason, because everyone feels like I don't know. It's dumb to like want to. It's dumb to want to.
It's
to publicize.
It's
what you say to people.
It's the
I'm
same
sorry,
notion.
We haven't let you in this
I know.
conversation at all. I'm sure you have plenty of
But-
insightful things to say.
But it's the same notion as you weigh your personality to the fact that you weigh every single opinion
Yeah.
equally.
Yeah.
And when it comes to chat room and streaming, there's come to a point where you have to let go of chat room and treat it as an audience. You just treat it as like improv audience.
I don't want to do that. Because then it feels like a voyeur aspect. It doesn't. It feels like people are looking into my. It feels like the Truman Show.
Yes, in the case, but then
There are some elements.
aren't you already selling you're selling yourself out? Basically, you're entertaining, right?
Yeah, but I want to be inadvertently entertaining. I don't want to be like. I don't want to be. Like my entire purpose to be entertaining. Like I want to accomplish other things at the same time. You know.
Yeah.
You want to read what he says?
Yes, and yeah,
You wanna-
a lot
you
of
wanna- You have to read it out loud.
professional streamers with 100 plus viewers have kind of a filter to basically important stuff.
Oh, you guys in the back are way more quiet than me, bro. Okay, I'll step forward some more.
That's John. You.
Oh, John. Yeah, you should probably. Yeah, you can just
Don't
move them.
Not close.
Well,
It could also just be the nature. You lose this sort of volume aspect too in the chat room because typing in caps lock isn't the same as someone screaming at the top of their voice.
yes.
Someone who screams at the top of their voice is more likely to be seen.
Or writing in italics or any other colors and stuff like that.
I don't think you're seeing my point.
Yeah.
I'm saying like people are you're more likely to draw attention by screaming at the top of your voice.
Yeah.
Than write in caps lock. You actually have the opposite effect because more people just do that anyway. Professional streamers with 100 plus viewers have a kind of filter to basically important stuff. That's the thing. How do you know if something's important?
You don't.
You don't. You never
don't.
know.
You have to pick it out.
CFT, can you write something in blue? Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. That makes it so difficult for me to read.
Yeah. Do something in blue.
But yeah, I notice this a lot with like.
Hey man,
I notice this a lot with like large streamers, and they pick out. They recognize certain names, and when important stuff comes up, they pick out those important
But
names.
cherry picking though.
And yes, and the reason why they cherry pick is because of trust of certain viewers. You're gonna have like about 15K people watching.
I don't know.
I'm skeptical. You say trust to 15. That's not
No,
trust.
no,
It
like-
has nothing to do with trust. I'm willing to argue it's
Or
more so familiarity.
Familiarity, yeah,
It
that's
has
what I meant.
nothing to do with trust.
Does not like the color blue.
So close. So close. I like blue.
But yeah, and I mean,
I'm
like,
trying to think of other systems in which you filter through your chat.
what do you mean by
Like, what are some alternative systems to me wanting to treat every person in real time, like as if they're an equal and they have an equal say in the conversation?
I mean,
There are
there's
some alternatives.
there's an artificial way, such as like the bits and the donations.
Oh,
those
incentives.
those kind of like rub me the wrong way in
They
certain
totally
ways.
rub me the wrong way. Incentives.
In a lot of ways, because like
Don't you want to be asked?
You
That
guys
is true.
say that outside. Say that out loud. You have to say it out loud. It's good
smart.
courtesy.
I like it.
Yeah.
Alright. Sometimes
Why
you
do you
have to.
why do you have to read it like a grade school?
this is blue now. You happy?
Yeah.
That looks like purple to me.
It's
Well,
more
purple is a
purpley,
shade
but-
of blue.
No, I guess sure.
Yeah.
It is.
Ultraviolet blue. Yeah.
Yes, it's a shade of blue.
Sure.
We're close.
I mean, technically you're wrong because red pigment and blue pigment make purple.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a combination.
But it, as the color spectrum
anyway, you
goes to
completely
blue.
derailed the conversation, CFT. Thank you. You were thinking of alternative filters in which you could manage your chat. So give me some other alternative filters.
Sub mode.
Sub mode, that is one way.
There's follower mode also.
Does sub mode rub you the wrong way at all?
It
a little bit.
It rubs me the wrong way also because now you have to. You're paying a fee to get into the room. It's like
What about follower mode?
That's a thing.
That's a thing. That is a thing.
That
And
rubs me the wrong way also.
how so?
That's
Because like, you can set a limit on like how long you have to be followed to able to get into the chat room.
Oh,
It's
I
like
know that.
it's like a waiting list to a club.
I don't care. Anytime you set an arbitrary boundary for someone to want to converse, you've artificially put in a bias.
Okay.
And
What
that's
do you-
something I don't want to have.
what do
Like,
you-
I'd rather have the biases just come from the person themselves than me sticking in an obstacle for them to jump over. It's like just walk normally into the room. I don't want you to jump over this hurdle, and then after you jumped over this hurdle, just be like tired and then be like, well, I want to jump back out of the hurdle, like type of deal.
What do you think of whispers then?
How's what
CFT agrees.
like context? Read it out loud.
Bad
Yeah,
idea.
well,
New,
read it out
new
loud,
people
John.
should be able to chat too. Yeah, that's why I don't like when streamers go sub mode. Like,
But like whispers in the sense like, oh, you want to contact a certain person into
Well,
the
that's
chat
just a
room.
DM.
You
Well, that's
just
a
whisper
DM.
that person directly.
that's just
And you have
That,
a
that has
confidential
nothing to do with the
Yeah.
chat room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not a filter of the chat room.
True.
Another a way of filtering the chat room is to add people. Don't add me, bro. No, but no. On a serious note,
Yeah.
to add people. What do you guys think of adding people?
It's actually useful.
No, I think it defeats the point.
Why? How so?
I like how you immediately
How so? How so?
People use whisper function on Twitch. Yeah,
They do.
Apparently.
They do.
Not that you would know, because
Coke
people
Carnage.
whisper to other people.
Coke
No, I
Carnage-
didn't mean that in like a mean way.
I know.
You could have taken it the wrong way, as in like people don't whisper you, but
But like
I'm
Coke-
sure there's people that whisper you too.
Coke
what?
Carnage uses the whisper function a lot.
I don't know. I feel like it defeats the purpose.
But what do you think of the at one though?
The act is dumb because you're directing a statement to someone
Yeah.
for everybody to see.
for everybody to see and lay judgment on.
Not really.
Then why post it into the chat?
Cause at when you have you ever seen at?
Yes. It becomes highlighted. It becomes directed to the person.
Yeah,
it
directly
becomes highlighted
only
to that person.
only to that
You
person.
say only,
Yes.
but everyone still has the opportunity to look at that ad.
Yes,
You
that's
didn't,
true.
you didn't blacklist everyone.
Yes, true. But like that, the at becomes more potent when there's over like thousands of people watching, and chat rooms moving really fast.
Yeah, I get that. But that's even more reason as to why you shouldn't be using at. Because it's a public discourse. So you're going to make a specific statement about one person and then highlight it with an at so that everybody else looks at it and still has the same, will have an individual judgment on that call.
Like-
rather than a public judgment.
Do you feel the wrong way when they have Q&A?
Yeah, let's turn the energy
Okay.
down. I know that we're getting
I
excited.
know, but do you feel the same way when somebody
At as in like
the at symbol?
yeah. Hold
Like-
on. Once again, we need to get in the habit of reading something and then saying it.
Yeah.
It's just good courtesy because other people don't necessarily see the thing you're reading. Yeah, that's the
That
one. Yeah.
Not
Anyways,
everybody in chat's gonna see that.
anyways,
Have just
Do you-
separate judgment.
do you have that same feeling when say it's an auditorium and they go for a Q&A session and people will go up to the mic and state their question?
Is everyone participating in the same discourse at the
Yes.
same time? No.
No.
You've deliberately put time and space aside so that other people can say what they say their intentions.
Okay.
You don't have random directed intentions at people while the public discourse is happening.
Oh, okay. Is this an out of season food joke? Made by your what?
I don't know. I have no idea. We're not on the same page. I'm on this
But-
one. That's
Yeah, what?
yeah. That's the reaction we had. having the public discourse in the Q&A, it's different. It's completely different.
What was the far the funniest thing last year on Twitch? Okay, by normies.
That was. Oh wait! I just realized he was talking about the Blizzard conference.
Oh,
Diablo 3.
Diablo 3.
You
And
guys
they
don't
were
have
like,
phones?
Yeah.
You guys don't.
That flew over my head.
Yeah, that flew over my head too, because I wasn't thinking about that at the same time. But yeah, that's also relevant because he was talking about a Q&A. That
Yes,
was a
it's
Q&A
Q&A.
incidentally.
Yeah, Q&A.
And like I said, they put time and space, and they put emphasis on the speaker speaking. So that's a lot of different.
Okay. So you're thinking of like somebody's like basically using a megaphone, screaming into the person across the room, saying, "Hey, I like your shoes."
Yeah.
That person on the third row to his left, "I like your shoes."
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, why even mention that in public discourse? That's why I refrain from chatting most of the time. Because I feel like the chat isn't in an environment in which you should be asking questions like that. If you want to compliment on someone's shoes, tell them via DM.
Or
It's more
whisper.
meaningful. Or that's a DM, direct message.
Yeah, direct
it's
message.
More, it's more meaningful.
What up? Tried that. I heard it's a good pickup line.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, for foot fetish people, why not? They have foot fetishes.
Dude.
Actually, I say foot fetishes, but you may have severely ugly feet. That's why you're wearing nice shoes to begin with. You might be compensating for the fact that shit shoes. Anyway, sorry, you haven't said anything in this conversation. How do you participate? Let's just say, how do you participate in
How about participate in chat?
chat?
I've
Chats.
just been doing some thinking, and just chat kind of talking amongst themselves is one thing, but because you're reading and like kind of replying to what the people in chat says, like aren't you technically in chat too? Like, but like not via typing.
Yeah.
So
That's why I like to treat my chat room like as if it's in real time, and when people say something, it's in direct response to whatever I was doing.
Yeah.
yeah,
But you're gonna have a hard time when there's like
Keeping up.
thousands.
keeping
people.
when,
I mean,
when
I'm
it
not
gets
gonna
to
change
hundreds
my
of people.
mindset
I know,
until I
and
get there.
you're-
who's to say
you-
that
you-
you're gonna get there in the first place?
yeah, that's true. But like, it's a really really unique circumstance.
Yeah, I'm not denying that,
Yeah.
Jay.
Chat doesn't need the screen.
They can entertain themselves quite well. That is true.
But do people do that? Like, just enter streamers, like, stream just to talk to chat? Like, that's not a thing, right?
Yeah, that is a thing. That
Not
is
for
a,
me, it isn't. I don't do
I
that.
seen it a lot, and then
Well, at least for chat rooms with more than 2 people.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. This chat room is like no one.
Yeah.
I say no one.
yeah.
But COT is like the only guy who's important in the world. He knows what's up.
But
But I'm just surprised that, like a stream with a lot of people, like, I thought they would have, like, a common because they enter these chat rooms because they like watching the streamer, not to talk to other
Well-
people. Like, talking to other people is like a bonus.
I've been exposed to a lot of streams now to the point where it's the streams that I now watch are basically community rooms. People are just going in and just want to talk to each other, and the streamer is just a person in the background.
That's weird to me.
Like there's Cold Carnage is a lot like that. Giant Waffle's a lot like that now.
No, but
Cowley's a lot like that also.
I think I sort of get it.
I don't get it in the sense that how can you
I know some
how
people
can you
like Hamster
deem
Bro.
sorry
I'm just reading the
how can you
chat.
deem yourself so important that you could be used as backdrop for somebody else?
I don't know, but
Because I don't view that ever. the backdrops that I watch.
Yeah.
While things are while I listen to things that I feel are substantial or things that require attention, are backdrops in which like it's just gameplay or something of that doesn't really have too much substance. So because my attention is drawn elsewhere.
Yeah, that's true. And a lot of the cases, those people are using it as backdrop because the stream, the current content of the stream doesn't pertain to the substance they want. So the reason why they're there is, one, they're really close to the community, thus they want to have conversation with other people in the community, or two, they just like the streamer themselves.
I just realized this also conflicts with my way of supporting things in general. It's just like, if I'm not going to support something 100%, why should I support it in the first place?
Yeah.
Most people, when they
Read
want
it
to
out loud.
stream,
Out loud.
they are doing something else at the same time. They can't or don't want to 100% focus on the streamer itself. That's true. You guys do this all the time too.
Oh yeah, I do it a lot.
Like, I mean, I do it.
I don't.
I do it a lot.
I'm not going to open some person's stream where they feel like they're doing something meaningful and not pay attention to it. I'll watch someone play a game,
Yeah.
But then I'll mute the stream. And generally, the people who are playing the games are just playing the game. They're not producing some sort of full, meaningful content in where they want to judge or they want to like critique something. They're just presenting their gameplay to the world. So I'll watch that. But like, let's say if someone was doing a podcast.
Oh yeah, then I'll put the time and focus onto it.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's literally now you're in an auditorium and basically it's they're talking to each other, and then you're trying to figure out your opinions with their opinions.
That's true.
Like I listen to the girl, you go in my chat and ask what's up, and I don't even get an answer. It feels bad, man.
Yeah. See, now you're seeing the true inner workings of me, man. I feel obligated to do that because I'm familiar with you, and I've seen you, and you've supported me. This, like, no matter what I do, you just pop in and say hi. So I feel like in some way I have to do the same thing, but I'm real bad at it. I'm really fucking bad at it.
Anyways, like I was saying, like I listen to the Drop Frames podcast a lot, and they do have like meaningful conversation, and it's worth it just to like sit down and listen to them what they talk.
Yeah, but the backdrop that you're gonna watch while you listen.
Yeah.
Isn't gonna be a Coke Carnage. Isn't gonna be a giant waffle. Isn't gonna be where's another people?
Like backdrop, as in like I'm not paying attention to them.
Yeah.
It's once in a while maybe.
I mean, I always do it.
Like
I don't do that out of respect. I personally feel like if I want to pay attention to someone, I should be devoting a majority of my attention to them. I shouldn't just be like dropping a little bit off of it.
Would that, but would that perspective be the same if you're watching like an edited podcast, like something like Cortex or Hello Internet? You know, like with CGP Grey or whatever.
What do you mean?
So like, cause
how would it not be the same?
no, because like videos like that you can rewatch over and over.
Yeah.
Right. But like when like streamers do a podcast, it's usually like
it's a live broadcast.
yeah, it's a live broadcast.
So that's another question I have. Like, we talked about this last time on the when we were configuring the setup to begin with. But I mean, why should it matter whether or not it's live or like for me, a podcast is strictly a case in where the conversation is happening and you just listen about it.
Sometimes I'm watching VODs too. I like Friend. He's so like me. Doesn't talk much, but I've got better at that over the last years. Since I'm a working man at least.
Thanks, bud. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I think I focused a lot more on the stream itself when it's live, but when something like a VOD, like that becomes that's same thing becomes like a background noise to me. You know, like
Is that because that's just like a subconscious filter you have?
no,
It's like, oh well, this is pre-recorded, and so I'm gonna.
yeah, like, because I have the access to watch it over and over again, kind of thing. As background.
Why
noise.
is that? Because my mentality has changed over that. I've gotten to the point where I feel like I never need to pause anything. I feel like I never need to watch anything live because it's going to be pre-recorded. At some point, if I miss something, I can go back and rewatch it. So I have the opposite effect. It has the opposite effect on me. I don't have the whole I should pay attention more so because it's live.
When I'm not streaming or in voice chat with mates, I'm always running streams on my two monitors, my second monitor. So
Yeah, I do the same thing too, but like the things that I'm hearing are like comedians talk for the most part.
yeah, but you don't you focus on that?
When comedians talk?
Yeah.
Yeah. When Hat Films talk, I consider them comedians, to be honest. They're
I know,
hilarious.
but
like when they talk and
you
stuff,
you
yeah.
don't put them as a backdrop then, right?
It's hard to say. Cause like when I'm playing a game,
you do put them as a backdrop once in a while.
when I play a game,
Yeah.
no, I don't. I actually pause them and continue to do
Really?
Yeah.
That
Don't have any
actually
friends watching
amazes
stream all
me.
day, boys.
because
Thank you very much.
I don't do that.
Because there are a lot of moments where I'll say, it's gone to the point where I will have sometimes I'll put streamers in the backdrop, and then when I hear a keyword or interesting or change of tone of a streamer or like these key notes of an event that's gonna happen or event happening,
Yeah.
then my focus shifts.
Yeah, I don't do that. It's either like as soon as I get like, let's say I'm playing a mobile game or like a card game or some sort of like any type of game really, I'll pause the broadcast I'm listening to play the game.
And
Like I said, I feel like I do a disservice to the person who presented the object because I'm not consuming their content 100% to my most
But
capable.
it's not a one-time thing to just watch.
I know, that's the thing. That's such a bad. It's not a bad mentality to have, but it is a mentality to have.
yeah,
I'm starting to slowly change my tune on that, especially when it comes to music. Because I used to do the same thing with music.
I used to do that also until I realized that I can't maintain focus anymore for such long periods. And if say a podcast will go like a 2-hour long podcast of just content listening, I will need to take a break. I will need to pause it, and if it's a live one, then it's better for me just to completely miss the whole entire podcast, then go back to the VODs and return where I left off.
See you come up. So go ahead, John.
Oh, I'm just reading the chat right
read
now.
what he says.
So,
Listening to you guys while
CFT
playing
saying that
Fortnite.
some people actually like watch movies.
That's
on
Raymond
stream.
saying
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Raymond.
Yeah, CFT was saying that some people watch movies and podcasts or like streams at the same time, and I think that's a bit too much. Like that's like background noise on background noise.
But John, you used to watch anime through like in the background while you're doing other shit.
Yeah.
A
Literally
lot.
Background noise. That's literally background
Yeah.
noise.
And me and Edric had this mindset that
Was it dubbed?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Otherwise, how the fuck are you gonna be knowing what you watched?
Yeah. Also, if it was in subs, that literally just becomes noise. Not even background noise. It just becomes noise. So that's bad.
No, you brushed up on a good topic, which is
you
great.
can't watch anime in the background. Yeah, that's my point.
I do that.
That's my point.
It's only when it's dubbed though. Only when it's dubbed.
Like,
so you know.
Even then, I need to like actually like drop everything
No,
and
but
actually
here-
watch the
but-
anime so I can understand scenes
Here's the thing though.
and
like,
body movements and action and
here's
stuff
the
like that.
thing. I wouldn't use an anime as a background noise if I haven't seen it before.
If you haven't seen it before.
Yeah, if it's my first time
Why
seeing
would
it,
you? Why would you do it on another scene? On another.
No, like
that you have seen.
Yeah, like because I already know what the plot
But-
is. Where
So
it's
what are you
going.
looking for?
What you looking for then?
So
like,
Noise, literally
No, but
noise.
what do you hear? Like, what is it that you're trying to listen to?
like
Nothing. Just
the
stuff
reason
that isn't what I'm focusing on.
the reason why I would watch an anime over again
Okay, so-
is to like pick out certain things
Yeah,
about
so
that
that-
anime.
No, that's
That's
not my
what
point
I
I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is like, what is it about the anime
No, it's
that
just-
feels like that
No,
offers
I-
better
I
backdrop?
literally choose that at random. Like sometimes I watch YouTube
Oh, at
videos,
random.
sometimes like I watch anime, sometimes I listen to music.
Okay.
While I do
Okay.
shit. But
Okay.
Because like generally speaking, people like music because it's aesthetically pleasing to the ear.
Yes.
That's what I was gonna ask. I was gonna say, do you find anime aesthetic, especially dubs? Do you find English dubbed anime to be aesthetically pleasing to the ear?
Especially poorly.
Hey man, some dubs are good. Some dubs are good. Can't think of
Some
one.
dubs. Can
I
you?
don't know. To me, it's just like
Full Metal Alchemist or something. like
Okay,
that.
yeah, Full Metal Alchemist actually has
Anyway,
pretty decent dubs.
that's we brushed over a topic I want to cover, which is brain fry.
Yeah.
How at what point do you know that you've reached complete mental fatigue?
When I start, I can't.
When
Oh,
my eye starts to close.
I agree. Dragon Ball dub is better than the original.
That's as much as that's true. I think I'm slowly learning to dislike that show.
Dragon Ball?
Yeah,
For what reason?
Which one? Which one though?
super.
Oh, like the new one?
For what reason?
Because-
The remakes of and the extension of the original.
For what reasons?
Because like I don't know, it's just
They've always been bad.
Yeah, they've always been. They've always
no
been
matter,
there.
No matter how much you want to praise them, they've always been.
It's
Like,
always
you-
been a power fantasy.
It's not even about that. You do realize like Master Roshi's like a pedophile.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
an
yeah.
old man into little children.
that's also
Yeah.
true.
It's true.
It's true.
Like,
Goku
Bulma
is-
was like 12, and he was like all about Bulma dude, in the first Dragon Ball. And that show does not instill good values in people. I'm just saying.
Dragon Ball died.
After
me
DBZ, it was a good show, but now, man.
Good kids show, yeah, get out of here, dude. What's a good kids show?
SpongeBob.
No, a good kid show is one that doesn't imply pedophilia is a good thing.
Oh,
You know, like maybe a Bugs Bunny, one that implies that,
But-
you know,
Cross-dressing is a good thing.
Cross-dressing is a good thing. Being super progressive, or bamboozling people with dynamite, that might be really
Mr.
good,
Dress
right?
Up, Raymond says.
Sure. Yeah. Or maybe acting insane to the point where you have to go to a psychiatric. Now that's a good cartoon show.
What?
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny? Okay, yeah.
Yosemite
that-
Sam.
You-
You know,
but-
being almost completely racist as a Southern man.
Southern
Yosemite
man.
Sam. I want
Yeah.
good,
No.
wholesome values like that.
No,
Yeah,
he's
what
a
it
Texan
was.
man. He's not a Southern.
That is Southern.
No,
Texan Southern.
Well, no, I think of the rooster,
Foghorn.
Southern.
Foghorn Leghorn.
No, Yosemite Sam is like the epitome of what the Confederacy was.
No, Foghorn Leghorn is a epitome of Confederacy.
No, there was an entire episode in which Yosemite Sam
It was the Confederacy.
from the plantation. Like, he was the head of a plantation.
Yes.
Yes. Okay?
Okay.
Yosemite Sam is awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not endorsing his ideal of slavery or seceding from the rest of America as the South, but as a character, he's hilarious. What's my favorite kid show?
Zaboomafoo.
And the
Really?
Crafton Brothers.
Yeah.
Did
God.
is that only Canadian? What is that?
I think
That-
I think the States got it like later on.
It was pretty good, to be honest.
It's
Hell,
decent.
You learn. What do you mean decent?
I didn't really enjoy it.
Why?
Why?
I don't know.
So good though. So good.
How did?
A leap
Do you
in
not
the-
know?
Like-
Like they made glasses to make you feel like a chameleon. Okay,
It's-
even though that's
okay.
physically impossible.
So
He never heard of it.
Zaboomafoo
He
is
never
a
heard of
kid
it.
show where two brothers find a lemur and then they talk about different animals.
Yeah, the lemur is supposed to be like talkative, but you can clearly see it's a fucking Muppet. Like you know, oh, I'm ruining the magic. Shit, no, it's a
Don't
real
ruin the
talking
magic.
lemur. It's a real talking lemur.
Oh, see, no, Magic School Bus was actually
Magic
really
School
good.
Bus
Yeah,
pretty good.
pretty good.
Yeah. Even though they're clearly wrong about a lot of topics, and
Yeah.
they try to make analogies that clearly didn't make any sense. But
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
if you take off a helmet of Pluto, you just turn to ice.
sure, go for it.
Go for it. But no, like, certain
Boomerfoo
segments of
was not
Boomerfoo was good. The
What?
storytelling and
Storytelling of what? What stories were there? There was no stories. Zaboomafoo was just about, hey.
no, they had story
What
time
story?
where
I don't remember.
they brought kids and then they'll sit around
I don't remember this.
and they'll listen to a story.
I don't remember this.
I think you're talking about Barney.
No, I'm
And
pretty
your
sure.
Zaboomafoo happened to be a purple dinosaur. Okay. But yeah, I don't remember there being
Yeah,
a
I
segment
remember
where
that.
they were like
Yeah.
talking about. I literally thought, I should never use that.
No, you shouldn't.
Uh,
We had this
I
conversation
thought
before.
Zaboomafoo was just a show about giving interesting facts about animals that I probably would never encounter in my life. Like, when am I gonna actually see a crocodile in the wild? Like,
I like
sure, I'll
those
see them in the
segments.
zoo.
I love those segments.
No, but running with this train of thought.
Yeah.
When are you actually going to encounter a great white shark? Why is it that you actually need to know the behaviors of a great white shark?
Just
You
in
don't.
case
Just in case what?
you get attacked by a great white shark while you're
In the middle of the street?
while you're commuting to work.
Speaking of a great white shark,
Standing on
you
his
heard
leg.
about they found an abandoned.
They found the megalodon, like the movie.
I love that movie.
I know.
Don't hate, bro.
They found
No, they found at Australia. There's an abandoned aquarium, and there's a decaying great white shark in a tank,
Okay.
and they're moving it out so they can preserve it.
Is he alive?
No, it's dead. It's a decaying. It's decaying
Wow.
great white
Oh,
shark.
maybe he was just suffering from like some decaying skin disease.
Well,
You know, like
Too
maybe
much
he got bitten
parasites.
by like a brown recluse. Brown recluse spider, and they got like flesh eating disease and started to.
They open up. They go into the car. They open up those flaps, and a spider. That's apparently one of the most highest accidents
They were
in Australia. Is when
in the zoos.
no. Okay, so in Australia, one of the highest car accidents, was people dropping down the visors, seeing a spider landing in front of them, and then they swerve off the road.
lol. Do you think they get used to it by now? Another
Visor.
spider.
I don't know what visor you're talking about.
Like
You know, those
little
sun
visors, too.
visors. to block the sun.
those sun visors. I just call it like the sun flap or something. I never knew there was like a real word for that.
I don't know what's the real word for it. I just call it sun visor.
We're not Googling it. We're gonna
Yeah,
move
we
to
could-
another
yeah,
topic.
we
to
should.
another topic. What were we talking about?
Oh, brain fried.
Brain fry. Yeah, sure.
How do we derail
I
ourselves?
have no idea.
Chat, you gotta get us on this. How did this
How
happen?
did you? At what point do you know you've achieved full mental fatigue?
When my eyes
What are
start
some
to
of the
close.
symptoms? Yeah, okay, that's one of them. Sure. What else?
When I have
That's it.
complete disinterest on anything that I'm doing
So like
currently.
So like you're cooking and you're cutting something.
Isn't that
you
just your
lose
fault,
all
though?
interest.
No, it's not the
I've
interest.
always had the view of if something's boring to you, it's because you don't know of it.
It's not the okay, maybe not the interest, but like,
Lack of effort.
yeah, my effort. I feel my effort is just dwindling even further, and it's not up to par that I want it. And
You?
then I was like,
No,
oh,
it's
okay.
literally when I just like like I can't stay awake anymore. That's it. Mental fatigue.
There's got to be something else.
No,
That's about it.
No. There's
no,
gotta
no.
Be like, there's got to be stuff that you do, but you're also disengaged in. That's also a type of mental fatigue because by the fact that you're disengaged, you just don't want to deal with it.
Like you say, oh, I'm done doing this part. Let me work on this next part now.
Yeah.
I guess when I've noticed that when I play games sometimes, I don't know.
Cause like playing games also put me a lot of mental fatigue to the point where like I need like okay, time to take a break. I can't put up the effort that I want.
I think it's also when I'm struggling at something like it's going back to the example of playing video games. Like when I get stuck on something, it's like no matter what I do, I can't.
But that's
Fine,
just
basically.
frustration then.
I guess.
Wait, like a puzzle?
Sure, yeah.
But-
Like a certain section of a level of a video game.
Like in
I
Amnesia.
don't have that happen to me.
Because you're a genius of playing every
I
video
don't.
games
No,
guy.
maybe I just haven't played a puzzle game and where like it
No, like or like
rattled my brain.
or like
Here-
getting
here's a-
stuck at a level, you know, like because
I don't know.
it's the level's too hard, so you just die over and over.
I've never had that encounter.
Okay, hold on. Hold that thought though, but have you ever played a puzzle game?
Yeah.
That
Here's the puzzle games. Throw some at me. I'll tell you yes or no.
okay, missed.
No.
Battleship.
Yes. Easily. I've already unraveled the puzzle that is human beings.
Professor Layton.
No, I haven't. What's so hard about those puzzle games?
Brain.
Those
Professor.
are not hard, but those are puzzle games where you have to literally think outside of the box.
Dark
most of the
Souls.
time.
You say think outside the box, but I mean, I see plot twists like a mile.
No,
away.
There's
Dark
actual
Souls.
puzzles.
Dark Souls is easy.
Yeah, there's
For the most part.
there's actual puzzles. Like the plot of the story, you can throw that shit out of the window. But like, there's actual puzzle that's supposed to like stimulate your brain and think differently about how you're gonna solve this.
Phoenix Wright.
No.
Phoenix Wright is kind of like a puzzle, but it's more like a
Storytelling.
storytelling slash
Puzzle element.
Visual novel.
yeah visual novel. It's
With all
more
the
like it.
etchy elements.
They took out the softcore porn.
Yeah.
And they put puzzles.
Exactly.
Puzzle
They put
elements. Not even puzzle,
objection.
puzzle elements.
I don't know, puzzles to me are kind of. Are we talking about like word puzzles? If we're talking about word puzzles, like anagrams, dude, fucking
Dude,
anagrams are my jam. Those are hard.
But
Anagrams are hard because I don't know the words. not because they like presented me an answer and I have to look for it.
because your lexicon isn't that
It's just
large.
my lexicon. Yeah, it's just my vernacular isn't huge.
It's
I don't
huge.
know. I have no idea.
I'm thinking of other puzzle games.
Wow, I'm actually trying to think. I'm thinking. of
Amnesia
horror.
is puzzle.
Yeah,
but-
it's like horror puzzle.
It's
Yeah.
horror puzzle, but
It's a horror game with puzzle element to it.
Yeah.
yeah. But no, but
So
puzzle
not-
and horror actually go hand in hand really well.
It's more one-sided than the other.
No, you'd be amazed how horror and puzzle go hand in hand really.
That's
really
because it adds suspense and a other conflict
Yeah.
that isn't like a primary villain or like some evil force or
Well,
something,
there's
like,
that
which
and-
causes suspension by itself.
No.
Well, it also causes you to challenge your problem-solving skills in a dire situation.
Yeah. So like that's why it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
But you know, like most
Uh,
horror games, unless you're like talking Dead Space. Which is,
No, but like there's
like,
yeah, the only ones I think of is like there's Amnesia, there's
Like when we talk about puzzles, are we talking about like
WarioWare
puzzles in which you have to solve
problems.
to get more of the story, or puzzles in which you have to solve so that you progress further in the
More
plot?
puzzles.
Like
progress
in
puzzles
which
to
if you
progress
complete
further.
the puzzle faster than the other people, you win.
Puzzle where you progress the story.
All three.
I've never done any.
Yeah, you never done any of those.
But I
All
feel
three.
like I'd be good at them.
All three.
I feel like you would be good at it also. It's just
All three.
you spend a long time with some of them. How
Angry
about
Birds.
point and click though? Point and click.
Point and click games.
Point and click games
Or-
slash
or-
puzzles.
I wouldn't play those by
Or
myself.
text to type.
Really?
adventures.
Unless it was like super good. Like
How did we get to this conversation?
I don't know, like brain fry.
Brain fry.
We haven't even talked about your mental because you kept giving us like very
Because that's
Vague
systems.
systems.
Symptoms.
Symptoms.
Yeah,
Okay.
symptoms.
symptoms.
Because you saying when I get tired, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, so maybe you're just physically tired instead
Or
of mentally tired. Like,
But
that's the same symptom.
and then I ask, oh, what's the difference between do you have moments where you focus on this and then now you need to shift into another one because you just
Or-
feel
or not at all.
tired for the one?
Just you take a break kind of thing.
Yes, that's being mentally tired.
I don't do breaks well.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
terrible
I'm
at
bad
it.
breaks.
How so?
I get too like I binge things. I get too involved in what I'm doing,
Oh,
and I lose all track
so
of
you don't
time
take
and
breaks.
bodily functions. Like sometimes I'll just have to go pee, but I haven't peed in like 4 hours because
Jesus.
Yes.
Dude, you gotta not do that, right?
Or poop, and you haven't pooped for.
I'm
4
like,
hours.
oh god, let me just finish this thing. I gotta finish it. Fuck. Okay, gotta go sleep.
But that's the opposite for me, where I keep track of everything to a point where, okay, after I spend this amount of hours.
I
into
don't
it-
think you keep track of everything.
No,
That's not.
okay.
I think the right way of saying is that something bothers you. This you'll remedy the situation.
Yeah.
And then you'll continue on what you're doing.
Yes, there you go.
Sure. Yeah.
Then what about you, John?
You binge stuff.
I have a bit more control. Like, I know when to stop and stuff.
I know when to stop.
You just don't do it.
I don't.
Yeah. I actually do though.
It's not a question of whether or not I know. It's a question
Especially
of
not.
whether or not I do stop.
I actually do stop, so I'm okay with that. Like, I do very controlled binges.
Then that's not a binge.
That's not a binge, then.
Not a binge.
It
It's
is
not
to
a
be.
binge.
Planned binges aren't binging. Yeah.
But what if
It's
you
not.
plan yourself to see all the seasons of something that's really long running?
Yeah, that's binging, sure.
But you planned it though.
Yeah, but if you're gonna say, oh yeah, the planning also involves intermittent breaks and
Intermediate.
interspersed
Interdispersed.
areas in which I can remedy or fix my hygiene and stuff. No, that is not binging. Binging is like you ignore everything and you just
You
do it.
allocate at specific times, like 6
No,
hours.
you don't need to allocate time.
Okay.
Binging is when you specifically, well, for me at least, this is how I view binging. Binging is when you ignore all other priorities for this one thing that you deemed more
So important.
higher on your priority list. And thus you do it. That's it. That's binging.
What does binging means to you, John?
That, but on a like much lighter.
On a more moderate scale.
Yeah. That just with a couple more bathroom breaks in between.
Moderation's hard, man.
It's true.
It
I
is.
know.
Moderation is real hard.
To this
How do I
day,
get good at moderation?
You gotta force yourself. to
Yeah,
stop.
quite a little forcing, right?
Yeah.
Don't,
Or
Like that's how you start.
I mean, like,
start.
how good are you at time management? That's the biggest question.
Time management versus what?
Time management.
What does
versus-
time management mean?
Time management.
As in complete a thing in a certain amount of time? Because I
No.
can complete stuff in a certain amount of time.
As in, you're allocating time for specific tasks, different
I
tasks.
don't do that. Non-existent.
Yeah. See, that's the time management that I'm used to hearing a lot now.
But hearing time management is arbitrary to me.
It is arbitrary, but it also
At the
forces you to do moderation.
So it's not arbitrary then, in the sense that it's for moderation, because it's not arbitrary.
Yeah.
Guys, we gotta plug up 2 more laptops, like to each other, and get more cameras.
Why?
Why?
I want to cover every angle.
Why? For what reason?
I don't know.
Just for entertainment value?
Yeah.
Just to see if it can be done.
Yeah, it can.
For the sake of it being done.
Yeah.
You want more cameras?
Yeah.
I could do that.
No, but also we could have, because the other cameras are connected, or laptops are connected to another laptop and such.
Laptops.
We could have. We could stream different camera angles from different accounts. Because us at the same
I
time.
love making things convoluted.
That's
making
way too
things
convoluted.
a little less accessible so other people aren't
They
discouraged.
need to put up multi-stream then.
Some
Yeah,
people are
multi-twitch.
discouraged from wanting to watch the stream because it's so convoluted and,
then
there's too much complexity.
And it's gonna be out of sync also.
That's the best
Oh,
part.
God, John.
More cameras. I want more cameras.
I can give you more cameras, but not that kind of cameras.
Any topic that you want to talk about? How long are we going?
It's been an hour.
I mean, we can keep going. It's up to you guys.
I had a topic, but I lost it.
Hit me with it.
You should have wrote it down, man.
I
That's
should
what
have.
he does.
Hit me with it.
Hit me with your best shot.
Is there anything
Fire
you got to talk about?
Well, I already got rid of mine. John?
Man, I don't want to use this throwaway, but to you guys, what are some practical collectibles?
No.
Right. You're asking the wrong
By virtue
individual.
of you collecting it becomes not pragmatic. But
Practical is pragmatic?
Yeah.
Okay,
practical and pragmatic is...
yes. Okay, they're the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
What is the definition of practical
the
slash
definition
pragmatic?
of a collectible.
Yes. No. What's the definition of practical slash pragmatic to you?
To me,
Yes.
being in use often.
Okay. What's the definition of collectible to
Collecting things of something of the same manner or function.
you? Yeah.
So, by virtue of collecting multiple things of the same manner or function,
Yeah.
you can't use one thing often. You end up having to use all of things not very often, or using one thing very often and then a bunch of other shit that's laying around. See?
What's your opinion on tools?
Yeah, some people have like 3 different.
That's
Tool-
not a collection. It's not a collection.
But you're collecting tools.
No, you're not.
What? Then
A
what?
tool is different because a tool does a very specific function.
Yeah, but you are technically collecting it. You're
having-
gathering
by having
that has
possession.
different that has similar.
It's not a collection of
tools.
tools. No, you say similar,
Similar.
but they don't offer the same function. They don't.
They don't.
Because otherwise you wouldn't have multiple iterations of the same tool.
But what if I see some guys with like 2 or 3 different measuring tapes and stuff.
Well, they're dumb. They should be limited.
These are like contractors that have been, veterans that have been working for decades.
They're dumb. They shouldn't be using so many measuring tapes.
There's
Unless those measuring tapes are a specific length. Because then those are different functions.
measuring things.
No, they have a different function. Like they measure a specific,
They go only a certain length, or they measure in certain metrics, such as like meters
But that's my
or
point.
imperials.
It's one function. You have a tool for that function. And if you're collecting something for the sake of collecting, it means you're collecting multiple tools. You're collecting multiple iterations of that thing that do one function. And to me, it's like, no.
So it has to be that the collection only represents one utility.
That's a collection to me, yes.
That's a collection.
Yeah. One utility, and you gather multiple iterations of it,
Yeah.
that is a collection to me. But to say a collection of tools, no.
Okay.
Because
okay.
that's a collection of different tools.
How about this? A collection of utensils.
No, it's dumb.
What are you talking about? You use spoons, you use forks,
Yeah.
but there's
Just
multiple
give me-
iteration of the same spoon,
just
of the
give
same
me one
spoon.
tiny spoon. That's it. That's all I need. I'm a fan of the tiny spoons, so I'm gonna use tiny spoons.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna wash that one tiny spoon.
One thing.
Maybe I don't even wash it. Maybe I use it like 4 times in a row, and then I get more bang for my buck. I mean, clearly it's completely unhygienical, but I get more bang for my buck. I use less water and stuff. I don't get this fascination with wanting to collect multiple iterations. Maybe for historical purposes, and then you want to curate them so other people could see them. Then sure.
What do you think of Pokemon?
What about Pokemon?
It's a collectathon.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb.
Okay.
Just give me the starter Pokemon. Let me level it to level 70. Let me shit on everyone. He does the same job as everybody else.
But then some starter Pokemon can't surf or fly.
Don't you feel bad?
What?
Some of those Pokemon live lives. You're gonna stick them in Professor Oak. You're
yo.
gonna stick them in Professor Oak computer? They're not even free range. They're not even free. They can't like wander the house.
Compared to the anime, where it's represented by their free range, so they wander everywhere.
Yeah, but
within the confines of Professor.
yeah, that's not free range. You're not experiencing life. No.
Speaking of Pokemon, John, Edric would love to watch
Detective
Detective Pikachu.
No, I'm not saying I would.
No,
love
he's
to. I'm
intrigued.
giving it a
He's
chance.
giving it a chance.
Why?
He's intrigued about it.
Because it's an interesting take. It's a creative take on Detective Pikachu and Pokemon as a whole. I thought I hated Ryan Reynolds voicing Pikachu, but the more I thought about it, I'm like, he's subverting all of the cutesy nature of Pikachu and stuff. And so why don't I give it a chance, you know? It may be completely fucking stupid, but I mean, the execution-wise, but I mean, at the end of the day, if there
If
needs
done
to be-
right, it'll be really
if
good.
there needs to be a gruff and tough bad cop Pikachu type character in a film that solves crime, then like why not? Sure, I'm down to watch that.
Like Jigglypuff is rough and tough also.
But yeah, on the notions of collecting, no, dude, collecting to me is
You're not a big fan of collecting
no,
things.
it's not. Unless I was gonna say unless it gives you skills, and I'm like, yeah, of course it gives you skills, like cataloging and making sure that everything is in order, and
Yeah.
like, you know,
Organization.
sure, those are great things to learn, but I mean, does it have to be a collection that you have to learn it through? Or why is it a collection? I don't know.
I mean, collection also can be data points.
Do you have any practical collections?
I don't even think it by Edric's
See, a
definition.
collection of thoughts. That's why I don't collect thoughts. That's why I don't remember things. They just go into the void. It's like I use them once, into the void. I'm not gonna remember.
What do you think of photos?
What do you?
I think they're dumb.
Okay.
What if you need to recall that previously thought?
Well, you better hope to God there's some sort of recording, because I'm not gonna have to remember that exact same iteration of it.
You just start writing down your thoughts.
I mean, this is a good way about going about it. This is pretty automated.
Yeah.
You know?
It's easy.
Easy. You say it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy for us to have stuff recorded, but it's easy for the viewer to have to actually discern and decipher all of this stupid fucking jargon we're saying all the time.
Maybe they might just have this as a background noise. You know?
Yeah, they can have it as background noise. And then to them I say, don't collect that background noise because it needs to go into the void.
Into the void, as you would say it.
Yeah.
Is that why you have terrible memory?
I would say so. Just don't like collecting things. Notes and
You,
stuff.
you
don't
find
like-
you find unnecessary. If it's unnecessary, you discard it.
No, it would become necessary at some point. I just deemed it not having multiple utility, so then I discarded it.
What do you mean by multiple utility?
It's like, what? Okay, so I'm gonna remember when I was 6 years old. I'm gonna have this one story to tell to people. That's it. Great use of brain power. Gotta love remembering all my summer breaks in junior high. I'm gonna impress all of the women with all about how I just stood in a basement and just played video games all night. Yeah, I'm gonna remember every single one of those moments, so I can tell people. That's one utility. I can tell people about these memories, or I can go into the void and I have extra space.
For what?
Anything else? More memories that are useless like that, you know? And then you get into the cycle of just throwing shit out.
You ever had that, John?
What?
Just throwing thoughts into the void?
I don't think I do that.
I do it subconsciously. I don't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just, like, tell someone,
Yeah, I
think of pink elephants. Okay, now don't think of pink elephants. Oh, you're thinking of pink elephants.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
when I
you
think
can't
of something,
do
it
that.
just constantly echoes.
Yeah.
Like it bounces back and forth, so I can't get rid of it. I just gotta let it die out, like slowly. What?
I'm thinking.
Oh,
You
okay.
thinking of what?
I'm thinking about thinking and how people register their thinking.
I just-
What do you mean by registered thinking? As in, like, recording it or registering in your head?
It's just like what does it sound like to think in your own head? Maybe like the voice of Ryan Reynolds thinks for me, and I don't even realize it. Maybe like a Detective Pikachu type of character is already voicing.
Or
It's your
it's in
conscious.
your conscious? It's like Jiminy Cricket?
Oh, dude, I don't want some pussy ass cricket. I want to you know, if I'm gonna imagine my like ideal ego inner voice, it's gonna be like
Ryan Reynolds?
Machete.
What?
Give me I don't know.
you can characterize one, if you can characterize a thing characterize your ego, what is that characteristic?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Let me rephrase
what
it. Characterize your conscience.
Like, did you want me to personify it? Did you want
Yeah,
me to
or
just
personify
name-
even, or like
I don't think it's fruitful to think about it, but I'll think about it anyway.
entertain me.
I don't have a conscience.
I either. Fuck. Like okay, so you know like how. And like Men in Black, the first one. I like how I have to make an analogy. So like you know how Men in Black, the first one, right?
Yeah.
The guy who dies and he has a cat, and his cat's name is Orion, right?
Yeah.
And like the morgue lady, the coroner.
Yeah.
That's I think the proper term.
Yeah.
The coroner
The corner.
comes to the morgue. She's like, "What is this behind the ear? Let me open it."
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm that guy. Like, that consciousness, the consciousness
Is that a?
is the little guy in me,
Yeah.
right? That is so desperate to want to look big on the outside, but knows for a fact, or looks big on the outside, but is very definitely infantile on the inside. That's the point I'm trying to get across. There's an infantile nature to me that I feel like is never gonna go away. I think that's the biggest part of my ego. So like this little thing, this little puppet. No, the big puppet.
The big puppet of a child. A child's playing this giant.
Or just
puppet.
like imagine like a child putting on stilts for legs and like having extendo grabbers for arms.
And he's wearing
And
an
I'm the
oversized.
little child. And he's wearing a very oversized trench coat.
Yeah.
Right? And he's trying to pretend to be
an adult just
adult.
to get into a movie.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. But I actually look like an adult. But I'm not an adult, right? Yeah, that's how I'd say it. You guys?
Woo.
It'd be like some skinny looking nerd always paranoid of everything.
Brandon Watts, so I just...
Whatever you're doing, it ain't safe. Don't do that.
I don't know. I think it's just literally me talking to myself.
Yeah, that clone with your exact same thought. That's like an echo.
Yeah.
But
How is that entertaining?
my conscience stops me from doing what
I think it's vain to think of yourself to be entertaining.
No. I
I don't.
Well,
think I'm funny.
no, you say
What?
no, but if you're talking to yourself, you must feel like you have some importance.
True.
See? That's my point. That's why I don't like talking to myself, because I know I'm not important. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, I am a piece of shit. There's other people who are better at talking. Let me talk to them.
Got any?
No.
No, let's end it here.
Yeah.
This is good.
Good.
How long has it been?
An hour and a half. An hour 25 minutes.
We got pretty close. I mean, eventually we'll get better at this.
Yeah. I mean,
Flow
this is-
conversations can get better and stuff.
This is episode 1. Called.
Narrow dose.
Inception.
Whoa.
Okay.
Was I supposed to say something?
No, don't worry about it, dude. CFT, that was exactly what you needed to say. CFT, that was exactly what you needed to say. We're ending the podcast.
We're ending the
now.
podcast.
No, wait, are we ending the broadcast? Send it to the shitty MS Paint of a... Wait, do we not have the shitty...
I don't have this
Paint?
shitty
Oh,
MS
okay.
Paint.
Send it off to a placeholder screen and fade us out via mute. And you're not
Yeah,
muting. Am
yeah.
I fading out? I'm
Oh,
not.
wait. Mute it.
Fading out.
Mute, wait, let me just tab over it.
Fading out now.